Good morning, my fellow trucketeers. How the devil is everyone? Just about to start my day. Oh, a bit of a slope to start off on. Luckily, we're light. So, on my last video on Thursday, you see me pull up here at junction 20, whatever it is, truck stop 24? Junction 24? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, we're here. Loads of water collected on my roof because it just gone down my window. And yeah, we had a very pleasant stay here. Wasn't too bad at all. Parked on a bit of a slope there, so I was sort of like a little bit pissed in bed. Not literally. Sleeping on a bit of an angle, but it weren't too bad. Actually, I just like stuffed me covers underneath me bum and slept alright. Once I got to sleep, it was a bit of a pain for me to fall asleep, but that was just me being awkward, I guess. It was like, no, my body doesn't want me to sleep right now. But no, we did fall asleep. So today is Thursday, 29th of June. It is currently 6:02 AM. Got power, there you go. And we have a long old journey up to Holyhead port. Which is currently 5 hours and 41 minutes away. And I need fuel because I'm nearly out. So I'm probably going to head up to Gordano and fill up there. I should have enough fuel to get there. I'm on quarter of a tank. I'm not quite on the red yet, so we've got a fair few miles we can travel yet. I might as well hang on as late as possible because it means I'll have to fill up as early tomorrow, I guess. Tis what tis. So we're going to go head up to Holyhead. That's going to be a majority of my day. Just driving up there. So we're going to get there probably just after 12:30 because we've got to have a 45-minute break on the way because we can't do it in a single go. Just fine. It is what it is. I'm a bit stuffy this morning, as you can probably hear. I'm like this. Talking like I got my fingers holding my nose shit. Talk like Mac Quimby from the... Yeah, I could fill up there really, but all the pumps are full, so sod that. Yeah, so we're gonna head on up north. Yes, we know. Ugh, yeah. Well, I hope you're well anyway. So, yeah, I'll leave that there. I will see you a little bit later. Right, so we're just coming up the M5 at the moment. Now usually we'd be carrying on up to the M6 all the way up to sort of near Lim. Head off down towards Liverpool-ish sort of area, just south of Liverpool, I guess. That's the way we would generally be going. But, in true fashion, the M6 is, for lack of a better term, bollocksed this morning. Someone's either run out of talent or there's probably another vehicle fire. I'll tell you what, I've been stuck in traffic through a crazy amount of vehicle fires this year. It's getting crazy. But yeah, where the M6 and the M6 toll meet heading north, the M6 appears to be shut. And there's at least a 90-minute delay. There's a 20-minute delay on the M42 at the moment as well. Yeah. I mean, we're starting to get in the rush hour now, so you'd expect it then, but this was like 7 o'clock. Half 7. So yeah. So, making the executive decision to cut through Wolverhampton and sort of chip through there and head out onto the M54. And then go round Shrewsbury up towards Wrexham and then sort of head up that way towards Holyhead. I think that's going to be the best thing to do, I think, because well, yeah, mate who we were delivering the boat for, my boss has obviously given him my number. He texted me this morning asking for an ETA, and I did say like 12:45, 1 o'clock, but I'm bound to hit some traffic, so I'll let him know later on. So I'm glad I kind of said that, because I'm already like with a half-hour break, I'm going to be there at least 1:10 now. So it depends if I hit any more traffic on the way up. I mean, we're still 4 hours and 5 minutes away, so we've still got a fair old journey to go. 163 miles. So we've got a fair old way to go. Like I said, not been to Holyhead before. I wasn't 100%. Oh, excuse me. I wasn't 100% sure where it was, and I looked on the map when I stopped last night, and I was like, yeah, definitely haven't been up there before. So yeah, first time to Holyhead. It's a new one for me. Anyway, just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. What's happening? What's going on? The tragedies of the road, which seems to be much more common these days. Anyway, I'm going to overtake these Wallies that are going 40 mile an hour on a 50 limit. I'll see you a bit later. So, we've just had a break here. We're on the A49, heading up towards Wrexham-ish area, Chester. So up from Shrewsbury anyway, on the A49. On this little truck stop here, Midway, yeah, that's it, Midway truck stop. So we've just stopped in here to have a half-hour break. Had something to eat. I didn't go in there at all. I just stopped in the truck park, had a half-hour break, ate a sandwich that I bought earlier, and yeah. But yeah, there's one there to look for in the future if I'm ever up this way again, then I need to stop. But it is on Snap and it's not that big, so I can imagine it fills up pretty damn quick. It's going to be the early risers that will get in there, and yeah, I won't have a chance. Might just plenty of laybys up the A49, so I'm sure it would be a problem to find somewhere to stop. And obviously, you know me. If I can get free parking, I'd rather do that than pay for it. Anyway, we are still 2.5 hours away from customer. So I've sent them a message and said I'll probably be there about 1:30 now, which is a time I'm sat now saying I'm due there. So, well, I said I'm due there between 1:30 and 1:45. Well, I could have gone out that way. I didn't realise. Yeah. So we're going to carry on up there. I think there's a nice scenic bit of road up that way as well. I don't know what the road is, but I'll try and set the camera on the front, just facing out the window, so you can see some scenery. We'll do some fancy driving shots, ASMR style, with all the wind noise. You'll love it. Oh, pardon me. Right, I'll see you in a little bit. Boys and girls, here we are up in Holyhead. 100% not been here before. Yeah, not been here at all. Tell you what, it's lovely driving on the A55, isn't it? A lovely bit of road. There was one bit over the Britannia Bridge I didn't film. I wish I did. There's a little house on an island, and you look off to your right when you come heading towards Holyhead. There's a little house on an island there. Tell you what, that'd be absolute bliss living there. Wow. Unless the river? Yeah, on the river, yeah. There's a little island in the river and the house is just in the middle of it. That'd be absolutely blissful living there. Until it's stormy, then it'll probably be horrendous, but, you know, the house will get beat to crap by the rain and the waves. But you could play your music as loud as you wanted there, couldn't you? No neighbours. Lovely. Anyway, I'm not sure if I said I'm going to Holyhead Port the other day or whether I just said I was going to Holyhead. If I said port, I didn't mean that, so I'm not actually going to the port. I'm going to a marina here to go drop this off. Matey boy I'm delivering for has already contacted me and I gave him an ETA. So when I stopped for my break, I gave him another ETA of 1:30. But I've managed to make up like 12 minutes through not being heavy, so it doesn't take as long to get up hills because the boat doesn't weigh a lot. Of course, I could pretty much move it on my own. Can't pick it up, but I can move it. Yeah, so I'm actually going to a little marina just off the end of the beach. We're going to go there and get this off, and then who knows what else I'm doing. I'm gonna guess I'm going back to Skelmersdale after this to go collect some more steel work to go back to the Bridgewater solar site that I went in the last video. We'll see. We will see. Oh, look at that. Some ferries ready to take people to wherever. I'm sure we'll go to Ireland and the Isle of Man and whatever. I don't know. Someone's looking at me thinking, he's missed the turning for the port. Silly truck driver. Nope, not going to the port. It's pretty out here, isn't it? Load of allotments there, loads of veggies growing. Lovely. Like to see. We got a whole bunch of veggies growing, but we did get them in the ground a bit late, so we've had other stuff to do. So how well they'll grow, we don't know. Right, yes, it's the beach road. It is actually called Beach Road. So that's the beach road, Esplanade or whatever they call it. Too many syllables in that. Oh, van driver's pulling over to grab an ice cream. Good man. A little kiddie in the front with him, bless. Taking her out for a ride down the seafront. I assume it's her, had pink clothes on. Alright, this is yacht shop. That's it down there. So I've got to go in there, have I? Okay. Is that actually in there? Because that looks tight. Oh yeah, probably. So take her nice and wide. Anything. I might actually stop here and give Matey boy a call. Yeah, I'll see her for a minute. There's a shop over there. Have I gone in the right one? I hope so. Right. I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, cool. Alright, cheers. All right. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Yep, this is the right way. So, head on down and around. I just wanted to ring and make sure I do actually head down this way rather than get down here and get stuck. Yep, coming down it. Is this right? This don't look right. Yeah, it must be in there then. Must be in there. A little bit tight to get in, but not too bad. We can manage it. No problem. Right. He said there should be a couple of guys here to receive the boot. So, pull up along here somewhere, I guess. Alright, let's just stop here a minute. Go find someone. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so here we are. Is it Trinity Marina? That's where we are. Boatyard there. Old dilapidated building. So there's some of the stuff we delivered on the back of that trailer of that van. That's obviously the mate who's bought the boat. I think they're just wheeling the boat over there now. There it goes. It's the boat I delivered. It's lovely out there. Obviously windy because we're on a marina, so obviously nothing stopping the wind from the sea. So yeah. So we're going to find out what we're doing next. Got my book signed and then crack on. See you in a bit. We're all done. Boat is all delivered. Now we've got to try and get out of here, and I can't see anywhere of turning around, so yeah. Too many cars in the car park to even think about trying that. So I think I'm going to have to try and reverse back out where the jetty is, next to that, and then try and spin it there. If not, I'm going to have to reverse all the way out on the main road, which is not going to be fun, because it's all on blindside. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't get the angle to get in there. I see roughly where I need to go. Just putting it into practice. Alright, where's that fence? There it is. Let's get her out that way a bit more. That's in the direction we need to go. Yeah. Well, we'll get heading in the right direction, that's the main thing. This might actually work, to be fair. And that van that was down there's moved. There's a bit of a post on my blind side there. Just get me trailer headboard around that and I should be alright. Come on, get her around. Alright, we're good, I think. Let's take that off there. Put your back up there for me. Put your seatbelt on. Right. Now we get on up the road. That wasn't too bad actually. Wasn't too bad at all. Oh, wheel spinny. It's alright. Right, so I'm pretty sure I said earlier about going to Skelmersdale to pick up metal. Well, guess what I'm doing? I'm going to Skelmersdale to go pick up some metal to head to Bridgewater with. Oh, it's like I know what I'm doing, isn't it? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. You know when you've been doing a job too long is when you know what you're doing. Well, especially when it comes to truck driving. Right, I'm going to head on out of here. It's about 2.5 hours to Skelmersdale, and I've got 2 hours 17 left on a 4.5, so I'm going to have I had a 15-minute break there after unloading the boat. So I need a half hour on the way. And yeah, go get loaded up. So I will see you a bit later. Indeed I will. Try and miss these road humps to an extent so I don't get shaken too much. There we go. Should I just stop here and go get an ice cream? That's tempting, isn't it? Nah, I won't be a nuisance. Right, see you later. Look at that. Right, so I made it down to Chester Services because I needed I could have potentially made it there without a break if I cracked on, but it's a good thing I didn't because, again, another accident. The M56 is now closed, so I can't continue on where I want to. It's an hour to get to the junction I need. It's getting dire out there. Sam Kay's almost been involved in an accident because someone's cut across the front of him, and in lane 3 and wanted that exit, so they cut across. So he's had to slam on. Someone else slammed on just before him, and luckily because of that, Sam had somewhere to go. And then later on, a little bit down the road, this is on the M1 heading north, I think. And then after that, there was another accident up the road involving a couple of trucks or whatever. Daz has had 3 little instances today. Can't remember what the first one was. Something on the A34 as he was heading down. I think a similar thing. Someone more in the exit and cutting across. Another one was he was taking up 2 lanes to try and come off a roundabout out of Portsmouth to, I know the roundabout myself, to get around the corner. It's a bit tight, so you do have to take up both lanes and go really far forward into the other lane. And someone came up the inside of him and almost got squished against the barriers, and then as he was coming up the A34, someone's pulled out of a slip road right in front of him as he's off the limiter, on the limiter even. So he's literally had to smash the brake with both feet to not hit him. And then obviously going down the M5 yesterday, there was a fire heading north where the M6 and M6 toll meet this morning. Well, that was closed because of an accident, and there's an accident on the M56. What the hell is going on at the moment? Can't people drive anymore? I don't know what it is. Since COVID, everyone's just lost the ability to be able to drive. Everyone's sort of all of a sudden got themselves locked in their own little bubble and nothing else matters. I don't know whether it's COVID or whether it's because of this stupid law where the smaller vehicle is always right, essentially. Because I think it's making people think, oh, I'm smaller, so I have right of way all the time. It doesn't matter because it won't be my fault. And that's, I think that's where it's heading. I don't know, it's getting ridiculous out there. I mean, I've known it to be pretty piss poor the quality of driving recently anyway, but it's just getting ridiculous now. And now I can't even get off this roundabout. I'm not even going to attempt to go back on the M56 now, because, there's an hour delay to the next junction, which I don't want. So I'm going to loop off down the road at the bottom here and go that way, if I can actually get out of here. Alright, let's go now. Yeah, it is, it's all backed up here now. Yeah, everyone's starting to stop now. Yep, so I can't even get towards the M6 now. Well, I wasn't going to go towards the M6 anyway, I was going to cut through, but now I've got to go through Runcorn and up through Widnes, is it? Up through that way. And that should take me to where I want to go without too much delay. So I'm going to fly on down here and then hopefully get in the wrong corner without sitting in all that traffic. But yeah, I have no idea. Everyone seems to be running out of talent, and it's getting ridiculous now. Just pay attention, people. Stop. The biggest thing I find at the moment is people just cutting across lanes to get in that junction. Don't overtake someone if you're within a mile of your junction. Sit back, pull in, come off when you're ready. It saves you about 20 seconds if you race up the road and pull in front of someone, but then you're risking your life. You know, it's a case of sit back, pull in, come off your junction. You've wasted 20 seconds, but you're alive. You know, your chances of having an accident at that point are about 5%. You know, oh, there's my junction, but I'm going to race in front of this truck and then dive across and not know if anyone's coming up the inside of that truck. Yeah, you save yourself 20 seconds, but now your risk of having an accident is now, what, 80%? Because you've been impatient. Yeah, stop it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you watching this don't do that anyway, but, you know, hopefully someone that does do it watches and realises. Anyway, enough about that. We're going to try and get through and get onto my collection point. I'll see you in a bit. Stop crashing. Right, here we are coming up into Skelmersdale, to the usual collection point. So, the last bit I said about the 3 little instances that Dazza had today, one of them was wrong. He didn't have a car cut across him, that was literally just Sam. I had someone do it to me as well, but it wasn't that close, so it wasn't that bad. No, what the other thing was he was on the M27 this morning, and a Tesla had gone into the back of another car. So I assumed the driver of the Tesla was mucking around on a touchpad, then looked up, because it's right in the middle of that dash, isn't it? The touchpad's on them. So obviously, if you want to do anything on there, you're gonna have to take your eyes off the road, like, because there's no tactile feel. If I want to play or pause anything on my car stereo, I know that the button is 2 buttons in from wherever, and I can press that, and I don't have to take my eyes off the road at all, and then it will play whatever. That's fine. I've barely listened to music in the car anyway. But yeah, if you got a touchscreen, you're trying to press a little spot on a big flat surface, you ain't got a clue what that is. So if you're sat here, it could be so far away from your arm. If you shift over like that, it could be in a different place, so you have to take your eyes off the road. What I'm getting at is touchpads in cars are just as bad as using your phone while driving, I think, so they need to scrap doing that. I don't know, I've never been in a Tesla, I've never driven a Tesla. Does the screen lock when you drive so you can't use it? Because if not, maybe that should be a thing. You know, just have access via the steering wheel controls until the vehicle comes to a complete stop. Yeah. Anyway, also Dazza, if you remember Dazza, used to do the Truck Vloggers show, used to do vlogs as well. Yeah, obviously you don't film anymore, he's still truck driving. Any of you haven't seen or heard of him for a while. But obviously he's got back into making electronic dance music, so, and he's changed the channel name from Dazza the Trucker to Priceless UK, which Priceless is his DJ name. So he's gone back into making a lot of club, house and dance music again, so yeah, you can check that out on his YouTube there, Priceless UK. Anyway, we are here at just after 5:30, so not too bad. About the time I thought I was going to get here. I did make up a bit of time, and it would have been 15:15, but then hit all that traffic, so it wasn't too bad. I managed to sort of creep around it all, missed it all. That would have cost me at least an hour if I sat in it to the next junction. So yeah, kind of glad I went where I did. In a way, I'm kind of glad I went in Chester Services, because if I didn't, I would have been sat in that and probably gone over my driving time. So yeah, but we are on 8 hours and 53 minutes driving for the day. So I've still got 10 left, so I've still got an hour and 7 minutes left. But I'm gonna go up here, I'm gonna load up, strap it up, and then that's me done. I'm gonna stay in their yard for the night, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yes, so we'll go in and go get loaded up. And like I said, I assume this is going down the Bridgewater site, which is what you saw me do in the last video. But I will get there much, much earlier, hopefully. hopefully there's not going to be many bloody accidents tomorrow. I mean, you think about it, I drive, between 1,200 and 2,000 miles a week, and I manage fine without having an accident. So many people drive, it probably takes them 2 or 3 months to drive as what I do in a week. And yeah, some of these people will probably have a couple of accidents, a couple of little knocks a year, Yet, because I'm an HGV driver, that puts my insurance up because I'm at more risk, apparently. Daft, isn't it? I'm a professional driver with a professional licence, gone through extra training, this, that and the other, and yet my insurance goes up. Oh, Carl's here, he's still loading up, just strapping a bollocks with it. Anyway, we're here, so I'm going to get in and get positioned and then load up. So I will see you in a bit to sign off for the video. Alright, we're loaded up. I don't even know what the time is. Time is 6:23, so only a 13-hour day. So that's what we got, same as for last time, but only 4 packs instead of 6. So still got 5 straps on it because this stuff moves, it's horrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out the gateway, then I'm going to reverse right in there. That's where I'm going to spend the night, and then I'll probably get off at about 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, sometimes it's got to be done. Yeah, that's it, that's me done. So what I've got to do is do the curtains up, pull out, pull forward, reverse in there. So yeah, nothing more to show you really. So we'll leave the video here. So if you like the video, get it so the sun's not on your face. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down, that's entirely up to you. Also subscribe to my channel, it does not cost you nothing. Yeah, why not? Share the video if somebody think I like it and leave a comment. Yeah, tell me what you think about the whole accident traffic situation, the build up with it. I think it's getting worse out there at the moment, but yeah, might just be me, I don't know, but it seems that you can't breathe for traffic at the moment and accidents happening. Nightmare. Anyway, enough about that. So take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely. Thanks for trucking around, Jono, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.